Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about this particular poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. This poem has been written by Leslie Norris. Through this poem, the tiger, the poet, tried to describe the condition of a tiger inside the zoo. We are going to discuss about the poet first, followed by the poem as well as the theme. At first, we are going to discuss about the poet. The poet Leslie Norris is a Welsh poet and he wrote many poems as well as short poem, short stories, especially for the children. Why he has selected this particular poem probably cleared if you know about the poem. As we know that the natural habitat of a tiger is a forest, not a zoo or a cage. This poem really contrasts the condition of a tiger inside a zoo and that of in a field, in a forest. The poem A Tiger in the Zoo really describe that which kind of the problem and difficulty a tiger faced while it is inside a cage. A tiger in the zoo really tries to make us aware about the condition of the tiger inside, not only the tiger but different kind of the animals. If we are keeping these animals inside the zoo at the place of a particular, at the place of their natural place of residence or habitat. Moving further, now we are going to discuss about the theme of this particular poem. Here we find that the poet has used two important theme. The first theme is helplessness and pain of a caged tiger. It means if a tiger is inside a zoo, inside a cage, then a tiger is powerless, helpless, and it felt a pain and agony, so it has been mentioned here. Second, it conveys a message. So the another theme is that animals should not be put inside a caged put inside a cage for the humans enjoyment or their entertainment. In this way, it is raising a very important question that what is the condition of the tiger inside this particular poem. Moving further, here I am presenting you the first stanza of this particular poem. The first stanza is already in front of you. Even if you have book, go through that one. If you go through the first line, the first word is stalks. What is the meaning? Walks. Second word is vivid. It means bright colored. Stripes means patches. So here, vivid stripes. The first stripes means patches. You will find that there are many lines of the stripes over the body of a tiger. These stripes may be of different color and the color may be bright one. Come to stalks. Stalks, it has been described the movement of a particular animal, in this case the tiger. Any animal which are moving in a confined place or restricted area, then this kind of the movement had been termed as a stalk, and so the word stalk also conveys the meaning that tiger is not moving here or walking here freely. Next word, the few. I am going to discuss about this view, this word or phrase. You will find that it comes in a set of few, few, the few. So, the first set of few, whatever you know, the meaning of a few means a certain number of something. For example, 5 books. If I say I have a few books, probably I am talking about a certain number of books. I have a few books. Few is just negative or that one. If I say I have few books, it means I have no books. Clear? And so, a few and few. I have a few books. I have few books. Now we come to this word, the few. It means whatever the fixed number of books. For example, I have 5 books, and if I use the word I have given you the books, it means is so that I have given you those 5 books. So in this sentence, the few steps used by the poet as we know that the tiger inside the cage has to take limited number of steps. This may be 20, 30. So the poet used the few steps. It means that limited those limited number of steps. The few steps. Moving further. Here we are going to discuss about the word pads, paws, panja. Second word is velvet, soft. Velvet word, it is a kind of cloth that is very soft. And quiet, silently, without creating any noise. Pads of velvet. It describes the paws of the tiger that is very soft one, and so we have studied a lot about paddy paws. In different books, we have studied that paddy paws of some animals is good for that particular animal. Even in geography, a teacher may ask you the question why camels have paddy feet or paws. Moving further. But here, if you are talking about pads of velvet, it describes a special meaning, that is the paws of the tiger. By using the word pads of velvet, we convey the meaning, that is paws of the tiger, and so it is the symbolic representation. Through this we compare it, so it is metaphor. Here we have two words, quiet and raise. Quiet have the same meaning. Quiet has the same meaning as above. Silently, cool, calm. And so we move to the another word, rage. Rage means anger. Here, rage means anger. It means you are angry, you are aggressive, you are full of energy, you are sweating. And so raise convey a different meaning. And you guess, quiet and raise, these two adjectives are having just opposite meaning. Quiet, cool and calm, raise, aggression, anger, and so this set of the adjectives having just opposite meaning is known as oxymoron. So this is another literary device, oxymoron. One more literary device has been used by the poet here. He. Tiger has been used or mentioned by the pronoun he, which is for the humans. So it is example of personification. In this way, we find that in this stanza, the poet has used many different kind of the literary devices, whether it is personification or metaphor or oxymoron. So metaphor, oxymoron here. And in this way we find that the poet has used different kind of the poetic devices to give a beautiful presentation of this particular stanza. Moving further, now we are coming to The another important thing of this poem, that is rhyming scheme. So you go through the end letter or the sound of each one. For example, here is types. Give letter A, here B, and here again the different sounds. So it is C, and the last one you will find that it is raised, so B. So what is the rhyming scheme? It is A, B, C, and again B. Uh, just I am showing you this particular rhyming scheme. Yeah, look here. Rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B. That's clear. And so now it is the time to go through the sense or the meaning of the whole stanza. So here we are going further. Through this poem, through this stanza, the poet is talking about the condition of a caged tiger in caged tiger, the helplessness of the tiger. So the poet says, a tiger which appears full of the stripes with bright color, and the tiger is moving, the tiger is taking a few steps, a limited number of steps inside the cage, and so it describes the problem and the helplessness of the tiger through the steps of the movement. The tiger is moving or walking inside the cage, as we know that the tiger paws are as soft as velvet. It means the tiger's paws are very soft, and so the tiger is moving inside the cage silently without creating any sound. Why? The reason is very simple. And then we find that the tiger is moving inside the cage without creating any sound, without creating the sound of the footsteps inside the cage, but from outside, externally, the tiger is very quiet, but probably the tiger is full of anger, and so this line mentions that the tiger is very angry, although it is not showing it. You may ask me why the tiger is angry? The tiger is angry because he has been put inside a cage. He is not free as he should be. I forgot to mention one more literary device I have indicated through the arrow. I, three arrow I have given. This is the example of the assonance. So here we find that in these vivid stripes, the poet has used three eyes, I mean the vowels, to create a sound. So that was the good example of the assonance also. Let's move to the next stanza. Here you will find that he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So the first word is should. The use of the should describe the describe that at the place of Jew, if the same tiger is put into the forest, then what would be the behavior of the same tiger And so this stanza is just contrasting the previous stanza. So here use of the should describe the contrasting condition of the tiger. The tiger is not in the zoo. The tiger is not caged. The tiger is free now in the forest. And through this stanza, the poet is showing that a free tiger behaving differently, and so why the freedom of the tiger is really essential. So here our first word should is going to mention about all this one. Now we have first word lurking. Lurking, it has a particular meaning. What is the meaning? Meaning is hidden and wait for prey. Lurking, hidden and wait for prey. It means hidden and wait for prey so that the tiger is in the forest. It means the tiger is hiding itself inside or under shadow. Okay, that is, there are many long grass there in the forest. So the another word we are using sliding. Lurking, sliding. Lurking also a motion of a movement of freedom. Sliding is also a movement that shows freedom. Long grass. Long grass are good or it is a part of their adaptation. If you watch any scene upon Discovery Channel during the hunting of the tiger, then you find that tigers hid themselves behind the long grass because the color in the previous paragraph, the color of the tiger matches with the grass of the color, and so it is a very good example of adaptation. It means it adapts itself, so there is a color combination. Okay, if the tiger is hiding inside the long grass, then its prey may not assess the presence of the tiger, and so the poet has used sliding through long grass. But where will you find long grass? Prey may come in search of water, and so that is water hole, water bodies, either ponds, side or the bank of a river or bank of a stream, and so the near the water hole. What will you find near the water hole? Prey, and in this example, that is the plum deer. But here again you find that P sound has been repeated. Plum P, pass P, and if the same sound is being repeated, the poet is going to the poet has selected such words in which the sound is repeated, and in that condition it is a literary device, so that is alliteration. So in this stanza we find that poet has used two literary devices. One is he personification and another plump pause. What about the rhyming scheme? So move here, A, B, and this one C. Again you find that grass and pass, and so it is a repetition of B. So here you find that rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. That's clear? And so There are different kind of the literary device, and the rhyme scheme has been used by the poet to make this stanza a really very peace and musical one. Here you find that the tiger who is hiding inside the shadow, probably sliding behind the long grass in search of its prey by the side of a water mass where he may get healthy prey here deer. So the tiger is waiting for the deer so that he may hunt them, use them as a food. So the tiger is really in its own original and the natural condition. The tiger is ferocious now. The tiger is on hunt, and uh, so you will find that tiger is free here in this natural habitat in the forest, and so the behavior of tiger is just opposite to our earlier stanza. And so, with the help of these two stanzas, the poet is showing us that. hmm, so, you will find that the tiger's behavior. Now, moving further. Here you find that again in the third stanza, the tiger has used the word he should. Why he? Personification. Should again so that tiger is not inside the cage, zoo, but the tiger is free. So it is again uh, wishing, hoping that if the same tiger is or would be inside the forest, then what should be the behavior of the tiger? Here we find that uh, the tiger, he should be snarling around. So first word is snarling. Snarling is also a kind of the sound, animal sound. He should be snarling around houses. It means the tiger is creating a sound around houses. What do you mean by houses? In the forest, where will you get house? Yes, around houses at the jungle's edge. Edge means side. Here, edge means kinara. And bearing, another word. Bearing means uncovered. Here, showing, open. And the next word is fang. Fang means Fang means teeth, because white word has already mentioned earlier. White fangs, it means white teeth. Bearing his white fangs, bearing his white teeth, it means showing white teeth. And you know the meaning of the claws. Claws means the pointed part of the feet. Pointed nails has been termed as a clause. Terrorizing means uh, scaring someone, making someone fearful, making someone afraid. So the terrorizing word is here. Should, I've already mentioned why. He should be snarling around the houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, showing his white teeth, his claws. Now we have one more kind of the literary device. Shirt, around, and house. So you find that O, and O, again the same vowel sound, that is assonance. So through the arrow I have showed you. Now we come to again bring bearing eye, white eye, his eye. So again I sound, it is also example of the assonance. So the poet has used these two kind of the two similar kind of the poetic devices. So we find that the tiger inside the forest is in its natural form, in its natural condition, and it is creating a sound, trying to terrorize, trying to make the people or the villagers afraid by showing its white teeth and the claws to the villagers who are present or living to the edge of the jungle or the forest. And so the poet has presented the picture of the ferocious tiger. If the same tiger is in the forest, then the tiger is in its natural condition, the ferocious one, the powerful one, and the mighty one. And so we find that the contrasting picture of the tiger showed that is it essential to put the same tiger inside the cage, inside the zoo. And so, after the first paragraph, the second two paragraphs shows the contrasting condition of the tiger inside mm, the contrasting condition of the same tiger if the tiger is not inside the cage but the tiger is free outside. And in this way, the poet tried to tell us that the real place, the natural place of the tiger is